Yo, what's up everybody, how's it going? Today we're playing some Dota 1x6, which is of course made by Xeno. And Xeno has been plagued by the need to nerf Sven. Because ever since Sven was added into the game, the hero has just been ridiculous and has been absolutely terrorizing 1x6. He's just such a naturally good fit for the game mode. Now, I've already shown you a bunch of his builds, and today I wanted to show you the W build, which I think is very good. Like all of his builds, except the ultimate. I don't like the ultimate build that much, but the other three are just incredibly strong. So we're gonna go ahead and max out Great Cleave today and see what we can do with that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into the game. Okay, we got ourselves Sven, get myself Boots of Speed, get myself a Quelling Blade. Let's talk about the final duel in 1x6, because it's just a conversation we just had, because we just finished a game that we played, and that game was decided, as they so often are, by the player that managed to get the duel boost, right? So if you manage to knock out whoever is third place, if you kill the last player before the final duel, you get this blue buff, this duel boost for the final duel, which will increase all the damage you deal by 10% and reduce all the damage you take by 10%. And let me go ahead and say that I think this is a mechanic that makes a lot of sense. Because there's definitely a worry, and I think a reasonable worry, that otherwise players might never actually work to finish the match, since it's really risky to leave your base and expose yourself like that to go for a kill on the final player. If there's only 3 players left and they're all kind of equally strong, right? Or there's at least 2 players that are kind of equally strong, as it tends to be more often. Like more often there's 2 players that are of about equal strength, not so much 3. So, it makes sense for me, it makes sense to me, to have a mechanic like that, because it encourages people to go and leave their base and actually force an end, actually try to end the game, damn it, and not just sit in their base passively forever, because I think otherwise that's something that might happen. But here's a problem. And here's something that's been happening to me a lot. And I don't know, maybe you guys have been having a similar or maybe a different experience, but this has just been, that sucks. This is the one camp we can't stack. I was gonna stack it, but this camp has the slow, which it would have immediately applied to us. And then we're never getting out of here in time, and then we're just wasting time. Better to just kill it. Better to just kill it. More time efficient that way. Your attacks increase your attack speed by 6 for 4 seconds. The effect stacks 5 times. So we just get bonus attack speed for attacking, which is nice. Anyway, sorry. So again, it's a mechanic that I think makes a lot of sense, and I'm not here to like necessarily criticize that mechanic. I think it's actually really exciting. However, in close games, right? In close games, what ends up happening a lot is that the games are decided by whoever gets this boost. Just from my experience, but whoever ends up getting the boost wins the ultimate, fight. When an enemy attacks you, you enter defensive stance for 2 seconds, reducing incoming attack damage by 40% and healing for 6% health. The effect cooldown is based on our attack speed. With the higher our attack speed, the lower the effect cooldown. So that's pretty cool, right? We want a lot of attack speed to kind of like make use of that. Despite that, I'm gonna get something that's a little weird. I'm just gonna rush a Daedalus. The Daedalus is just there to really maximize our farming speed, and you'll see what I mean with that. We'll be farming, it's gonna be a little bit silly once we actually get our legendary going on. From my experience, oftentimes, whoever ends up getting this duel boost just wins. If you are in a close game, and keep in mind, I'm always talking about being in a close game. If the match is close, whoever gets the duel boost tends to just win, because 10% increase and decrease is quite a lot. So I don't think that's something I need to explain too much. I think that makes sense. Now, they are aware, apparently, not so much in our lobbies, but keep in mind, in our lobbies, we kind of say don't be a wiener, don't be an ass, so there isn't too much backdooring here, but in high-ranked lobbies, there were big problems with people backdooring each other non-stop. right? There is just non-stop backdooring, and that resulted in very frustrating matches. And so now the game has a lot of mechanics in it that try and counteract backdooring, right? For example, when you attack somebody's base while they're in a fight with somebody else, then their base takes less damage. And also when you attack somebody's base and then somebody attacks your base takes less damage. Or you can't really interrupt somebody while they're attacking somebody else's base, because they will just, the base will just push you out and you can't deal damage to somebody that's attacking somebody's base. Again, these are mechanics that I think in a vacuum make a lot of sense. I'm not saying that they are bad mechanics. I think they actually make a ton of sense, because it was very frustrating when you put in a lot of effort to take down somebody's base, but now your abilities are on cooldown and your health is low, and then somebody just shows up and snipes it. Right, that just sucks. I mean, nobody likes that. Nobody is having a good time if something like that happens. Except for the person that snipes it, I guess, but screw them. So here's, you know, kind of like another mechanic. So I just kind of like wanted to bring up these two mechanics first and explain what they all do. Here's our legendary, by the way, creates a shockwave that greatly slows enemies. When shockwave hits an enemy, you perform an attack on it that deals 80% to 130% damage based on the distance traveled, and the cooldown is 6 to 1 seconds depending on our attack speed. So it looks like that, and as you can see, we can crit with it. And that's what the crit is for. So by getting quick crits, we can just kind of like farm camps. Eventually we will reach a stage where we can shockwave camps and instantly kill them that way, which is very, very silly. So anyway, these are two mechanics that were implemented, well, I wouldn't necessarily say in isolation, but they were implemented for good reason, and I'm not trying to critique them individually. However, you may have noticed that these two mechanics interact in a bit of a weird way. It means if you're playing a game in which you have two players that are relatively even in power, and then there's a third player that is a bit lower, oftentimes it comes down to whichever of those higher power level players can get into the base of the third player the fastest. They don't necessarily need to kill the third player right away, that's fine. They just need to get into the base and get a hit in, because as long as they do that, they will then be able to activate the base defense, and then the base defense just kind of keeps them safe while they kill that third player and secure themselves that final duel damage boost, and then secure themselves the game victory through that. And that is a little frustrating to me. And I don't really know what a good solution there is there. It's a really difficult problem. I'm not bringing this up because I'm like, Xeno is stupid. No, Xeno isn't stupid. Xeno knows exactly what he's doing. And these mechanics, they all make sense in isolation, but they create this very specific circumstance where the final bits of a game no longer become about skill, really. They no longer become about anything other than Mario Kart racing. Just who can get into that last space the fastest. And that's a bit silly to me, right? That feels a little off. I don't know if that's what the final bits of a match of 1x6 should be. And I don't, again, this is one of those cases where it's just a hard problem, because it's a problem that comes from interlocking systems where each of the systems themselves, they make a lot of sense. And you wouldn't want to necessarily fuck with each of the systems themselves, because they are good systems. They are fine. Can I kill him? I can kill him once, but I can't finish it. What do you think if this buff will be given only after 1 to 5 minutes after knocking the fourth player? So if the game is going on for a while, the buff will be given. That's again, like, it's tricky. Where I think that final duel buff is actually a very rewarding thing to play for. I like it. And if you delay it, I feel like I, as a player, if I'm in a close match, I am now just gonna delay until the buff is available. And all of a sudden, all we have really done is made the game longer without really adding anything to it. It's just longer now. So I don't know, I don't feel too great about that. It's, again, I don't know what to do. Now, that's kind of like the reason why I brought it up, is because I think it's a really interesting problem. There is a solution out there. I mean, like, at its core, we could just say, well, maybe the dual buff should scale. Right? Like, maybe the dual buff should just kind of like start out a bit weaker, and then it goes up, as opposed to being nothing, and then maximum, it goes, you know, bit by bit stronger until it reaches its peak. So maybe like what Zeno said, where like it appears after 5 minutes. What if after 5 minutes it is at full strength, but after 1 minute it's now 2%, and after 2 minutes it's now 4%. You know, it scales a little bit. Something like that, then you might still consider, okay, how long can I wait here? Or maybe what I think is more obvious to me, what feels like the more natural solution to me, would be to say, okay, maybe if there is... Oh, this is an ultimate-based build. No, I'm just gonna take these and leave. That's fine. Look at this bean! She's very good. You can be good too if you give the video a thumbs up. Also, she doesn't like this. I like the video though. Goodbye! Maybe when there's only 3 players left, the base protection should be weaker. That could be another thing. But the problem with that, of course, is you're just adding more rules into the game. And I always think adding more rules is something you want to avoid. I don't know. It's tricky. It's tricky. But it's, I think, a very interesting design problem. Because it stems not just from one thing that is wrong. It stems from multiple things that are right, interacting with a way to create one specific frustrating situation. And that's where you as a designer have to then ask yourself, well, is that even enough of a problem to fix? Or is it just fine? Can this just exist? I don't know. Let's give myself primary attribute. This is where I'm lucky I don't have to make those decisions. This is where I'm lucky that I don't have to think about that. Alright, going in here. So I'm getting myself in a Soul Cross because we need attack speed. Right, we care about attack speed with this build. So let's pick up some attack speed, and I'm just kind of like shooting my Great Cleave around. You can see our farming speed is absolutely outrageous, because this has such a long range and it does so much damage that really it is incredibly difficult for anybody to deal with. And it has no mana cost, which is really the best part. The fact that it doesn't cost any mana makes it dumb. It's a dumb ability. Let me just say it. This is a dumb ability. It's just a little stupid. Alright, pick up a bounty rune here. I think it's fine. It adds some skill and risk reward. Yeah, again, it's something where maybe it's just fine. Maybe it's not worth fixing. Because it's worth keeping in mind, I think, always, that with games, you have to kind of, or not necessarily with games, with anything, with any project, you're gonna have to make concessions. You're gonna have to, there's gonna be some things where you just have to say, you know what? I don't think I care about this problem enough to fix it. I don't think this is a problem worth the effort fixing, because it's not that big of a problem, and honestly, the game or whatever you're making, right? The project is fine. Like, it doesn't need to be flawless. I would rather focus my attention on doing something else. Like, in the example of 1x6, you know, personally, I think Xeno's time is way better spent on a tournament mode than it would be on fixing what I just described. Alright? Trying to come up with a solution for something like this, you'll sit there for hours on end and then still have nothing. Just fucking get tournament mode in there. Well, really just need a spectator mode. Alright, take you guys down. Pick this up. How about knocking out the third player gives an extra legendary orb? This idea might not work, but it just popped to mind. So this is, I think, an interesting way of thinking. You just went very radical. You're just like, okay, let's just completely change the reward. And obviously what you are suggesting is nonsense. Like, let me just start out by saying this. But I think you realize that. Like, we can't just hand out extra legendaries. There's many reasons why. But the biggest one is that it would just be overpowered as hell, right? But the thing is that about that line of thinking, about your approach here, why I think this is still valuable, is that while, like, yes, we can't do that, just by changing our understanding of what the reward should be in the first place, we can rethink, okay, well, what can we do? So maybe it could just be that the third player, the final player to be knocked out, gives a second epic. So like that tower doesn't drop one epic, but maybe it drops 2 epics. That could be interesting. Alright, and that's something where I think if a player is far ahead, that second epic doesn't really matter that much to them. But if you're slightly weaker than the first, maybe now you're like, okay, this might be something where I'm willing to really invest effort into it. It depends a bit, it depends a bit. Alright, pick up the bounty rune here. So, we have what I like to call a shit ton of stuff. Like, we're really strong. Okay, while in combat with enemy heroes, you improve your skills. For every 3 seconds of combat, your base damage permanently increases by 2. This effect stacks 15 times, after which your attack speed permanently increases by 30. This used to reduce your base attack time, but not anymore. Because that was silly. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab myself... what's it called, an MKB, because with MKB, we have extra attack speed still. And I like that. I mean... Also, we're probably gonna need it. I mean, there'll probably be some Radiance or something. I don't know. What's this Alchemist doing? So this Alchemist is an E build. And I'm keeping up in farm. That's a bit silly. Isn't it? That is... Oh, hello. We'll just fight. Cool. I will get 8%... Oh, stop running, please. Thank you. Not a problem. Although I don't think I can steal the patrol now, which is a bit unfortunate. Look at that! Oh dear. Oh. Yeah. This is why we build a bunch of attack speed, because our farming speed is just clicking this button and then watching whatever we cast it on die. Here's this. God strength increases my strength. Let's have a look. This is E. This is E. This is W. This is E. And this is Alt. So lots of right-click builds. I tried Heaven's Halberd earlier, but honestly, I don't think it was that good. I think it's better to just deal more damage. So... Get Satanic? No. Get Hard? Nah, let's get Satanic. I think this is actually a Satanic game. Let's get that. Pick up a Satanic for now. It'll also be nice because then we have infinite sustain just by slamming this. Farming is so difficult, isn't it? God, it requires so much effort to take down these creeps. I'm just... Yeah, no. It's a very stressful experience for me. Running around the map, clicking W, watching the creeps die. Alright, let's go back. We'll take down our patrol. Does your W heal if you have lifesteal? Yeah, my W is just an attack. It's just a normal attack. Except, you know, way better. I'll pick up this. Pick up a Reaver. I would like to do something about this Alchemist, but I'm not sure I can, because I don't really have any tools for dealing with him. Oh, hello. Ugh. Alright, hit that. There he goes. Attacking a target below 50% health reduces its healing and regeneration by 25% and increases your movement speed. Alright, we took down the Huskar. I mean, Huskar is very far behind right now. Hey, Kadeg, thank you so much for the 6-month sub. That is very nice of you, my friend. Take this. We'll get, I guess, 5% damage against creeps. I'm not entirely sure what else to get. And yeah, cool. It's very silly, but me and the Alchemist, we both don't have a hunt. Even though in any normal game we would be hunted. But it's just because I'm keeping up with the Alchemist that we both have so much money that the hunt just doesn't trigger. The hunt doesn't trigger if there's 2 people ahead. Only triggers on a single target. So, yeah. We're just kind of rich and kind of crushing things. Which is very good. Thank you. I'll get more Warcry cooldown and duration. And maybe we can say hello to the Rethinking. I'll take you. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. If you want to fight, that's okay with me. But I don't think he wants to fight. Because I would kill him. Like, very easily I would kill him. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say about that. I gotta find this Alchemist though. I have to deal with him. We don't want Alchemist to just get free farm like this. Nice. No, this dude doesn't stand the slightest chance. I don't know why he keeps trying. Like, oh hello. Okay. That's fine. Although I'm out of mana now, which is slightly annoying. Yeah, people are underestimating how much damage I do, I think. Which is fair, because I deal, frankly, absurd amounts of damage. Underestimating how much damage I do is just because I'm doing more damage than I should, really. So it's a very natural thing to have happen. Hey, Tommy Gun 956789. Thanks for the 9 months. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Alright, pop this. I'll get a blue. Get myself the boots here. We have stuff. I'm thinking a Skadi. No, let's get Aghanims right now. We definitely want Aghanims anyway. Like, we always buy Aghanims here. I wonder, can I swap this out right now? I'm not gonna risk it. But we... Oh. Oh. Alright, I guess I'll take it. I was planning on ganking the Alchemist, but seeing as the Alchemist is already dead, I guess that's not gonna happen. Do I try to kill the Alchemist now? I mean, I would like to kill the Alchemist, let me just put it that way. I'm gonna grab this. Oh, there's nothing here. Hey, we are all of the creeps. Alright, they're all gone, they're all gone. Thank you. He's smoked up, coming in. Goodbye. Nice. Warcry increases by 50% of your armor. And while in combat with enemy heroes, you improve your skills. And now the effect stacks up to 30 times, and my attack speed increases permanently by 60 if I have it maxed out. Although I'm currently only at 3 stacks. My problem is that I kind of kill everything way too quickly. And yeah, so I'm not... Like, I need to spend time in combat, but it's difficult to spend time in combat if people just, like, instantly die. So we have a bit of a unique problem on our hands, but I think that's fine. Out of all the problems to have, I feel like this is one we should be happy about. Oh, hello. Okay. One more. Nice. Not a problem. Didn't even have God's strength, but don't even need it. Don't need God's strength, not at all. Isn't Sven silly? What a silly hero. What a silly, silly boy. Oh, hello. The thing is, honestly, my build doesn't even afford me that much additional damage. It doesn't do that. I don't actually get that much power from the build. I just have 31,000 gold. Like, I am simply so far ahead in money because this build is such an absurd farming build that it doesn't really matter that it doesn't give me that much strength because the items do. And turns out that's plenty. Pick up this bounty, let's go back. The wolf pack can actually be a bit annoying. Surprisingly high damage on those. Okay, what's our next item here? It's actually an interesting question. I'm leaning towards an orchid. And by leaning towards, I mean I'm buying an orchid. It's a bunch more attack speed, which is nice. And also, I like having a more proactive disable that isn't just my stun. It's pretty important for us that we can, you know, lock things down a bit more aggressively. Jab wants Basha. I think Basha is really bad. You know why I don't like Basha? It doesn't kill. Why would I want an item that doesn't kill my opponent? No, 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 no. We maximize our damage and we don't care about anything else. Because frankly speaking, we don't really understand how anything else works. Oh, brain power is just not quite... Oh, of course. Alright. Hello. There's one hit. I don't think I want to dive into the base. Oh, fuck it. Oh. 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 Oh no. Oops. Yeah. My attacks reduce storm hammer cooldown. Well, I'm not gonna lie and tell you that that was the plan. But, I mean, it loosely was the plan. The plan was to kill the Husker. I didn't anticipate it to be this easy. Why am I... Ah. Okay. But now I'm a little low on HP. Okay, let me go and heal up really quick and then we'll finish this. Well, I said really quick. I didn't expect it to actually be that quick. So I guess I'm just gonna go kill the Husker now. Yeah. This is a build, I guess. Sorry, buddy. I do feel a little mean about this. But that's okay. Sorry, this is just gonna happen. You know, just see it as me putting you out of your misery. Your armor increases by a maximum of 12 and your magic resistance by 25% based on your missing health. This is good because armor gives us base damage. The E-path is, as always, ridiculous as well. And the nice thing is, of course, we can dip into the E-path. Because why not? You know, we can do whatever we want, really. Turns out, the laws do not apply to us! Fuck the police. Got a bounty rune. Oh no, I didn't kill that. Unbelievable. I didn't one-shot a creep camp. So, what do we buy next? We have pretty much everything. Do we even need anything else? Base Disabler. I think we say hello to the Wraith King. I'm thinking Skadi. Because that way we get a stronger slow when we hit something with the Great Cleave. Most importantly, we get a slow that lasts a little bit longer. Because right now the slow is actually, like, it runs out fairly quickly. It wouldn't be bad for that to just stick around a tiny bit longer. Alright. Got him. No, that was too fast a buyback, I think. You gotta wait out my ultimate. My ultimate doesn't actually have that long a duration in this mode. Like, Sven ultimate was nerfed in this mode. It doesn't have as much a duration. I think so, at least. It doesn't say how long it lasts, but I think it's shorter. It feels shorter. I don't know. Point being, sorry. I think that's a kill on the Wraith King. I mean, I can kill him one more time, probably. Alright. Let's give him a fight. Oh, that's a lot of bashes. Silence, dash in, nuke, kill, epic. Upon cast, Warcry slows enemies in a 700 AoE by 20% and reduces the armor by 12% of your armor. And Warcry can be cast while stunned, and Warcry applies a normal dispel on you. For the first 3 seconds of Warcry, you cannot be slowed. Really, this was secretly a Warcry build all along. Just so that we're all on the same page here. I've actually lied to you, friends. We're not playing the W path today. We're playing Warcry. And yeah, but to be honest, like, anytime you play Sven, you end up playing Warcry. Because it's just so dumb. It is such a dumb, incredibly powerful build. I think I actually like the Penta-Edged sword. Gives me some extra attack range. Is this mine? No, but this is. Stormhammer increases by a percentage of your strength. Let me finish these guys really quick. Not a problem. 80 health, I guess. We'll go over to the other side. I do need another, like, what, 6 seconds of combat? 9 seconds of combat? I need a little bit more time in combat. So it seems that the Alchemist has killed... It seems that the Alchemist has killed the Bloodseeker. But maybe I can just kill the Alchemist, who knows. So this is what I mean, by the way, with, like, this is one of those base protection effects. You're not really supposed to be going for somebody's base while they are attacking somebody's base. But I'm still just gonna do it. Oh, nice stun. So many stuns. But I got some too. Oh, you've got a respawner. Yeah. Now here's your problem though. I have a ton of range. And I get a bunch of free attacks that you can't run away from. So I will take this down. And then I think I just stay here and finish this, right? Is there enough time? There is. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. I mean, there's a creep wave coming in. We got 20 seconds. Melee hero. Yeah, it's totally a melee hero. I mean, my attack range is... plus this plus 180. It's pretty long. Pretty long. Okay, 34 minutes game time. Let's go back. We have this, and I have a moon shard. And God Strength increases your attack speed by 25% of your strength, and attacks under God Strength effect increase the damage multiplier by 4%. Effect stacks 15 times. That seems pretty much perfectly synergistic. And yeah, I think that's just it. Did we just get him? We're going up against the Ogre Magi as the last hero. I don't particularly see a reason to change anything that I'm doing. I could get a Mage Slayer, which would almost certainly be better than something. Probably better than the Skadi. No, I like the Skadi. What's it? It's probably better than MKB. I don't think we'll need MKB against Ogre Magi. And hey, look at that! We actually managed to get our Great Cleave maxed out. Base damage increased by 60, attack speed increased by 60. Hey, let's go! Yep. So what's the Ogre got? Yeah, Ogre doesn't have evasion. I mean, the Ogre just doesn't actually have enough money to be a problem. Sorry. I will not attack him though. I'm gonna try to kill him only with Great Cleave. Okay, I'm gonna allow other abilities, just not attacking. Oh no, I don't think I can do it. No. Alright, sorry. I'm gonna break my rule. And miss that. That's fine. No! I didn't wanna have a death, okay? I gotta be honest. We went 18-0 here. God! What a silly hero. What a silly, silly, silly hero. Isn't he? So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. We'll definitely appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.